Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to be here today to share another informative video which all of you can benefit from. If today is your first time joining my channel, welcome. My name is Dr. Nzube Eboluche. On this channel, we discuss everything about study abroad, scholarship tips, success tip on how you can secure admission and also scholarships, different universities you can apply to that will provide financial sponsorship for you as an international student. We all know that financial sponsorship is actually the most difficult factor that will prevent you from studying abroad. So many students have secured admission in so many universities in the US, UK, and Canada, and they have reached out to me complaining that they cannot take on the offer because they cannot provide a financial sponsorship that comes with it. So on this channel, we provide guidance, step-by-step guide on different schools you can apply to and secure scholarships so you don't have an issue with financial sponsorship. I've also gotten so many comments on students who think that low GPA is a factor that will prevent them from studying abroad. And today, I will show you guys different schools. Someone who has a low GPA, there are schools that can offer you admission based on your GPA if you have that GPA within those categories. While many universities in the US have a minimum GPA requirement of 3.0 or higher, there are so many other institutions that admit applicants with a low GPA. And I would like to mention that this institution provide admission on a case-by-case basis and offer alternative admission pathway to these applicants. And I would like to mention that admission is not only influenced by your GPA. There are so many other factors admission committee consider in order to give you an admission, regardless of your GPA. Some of those factors include your resume, your letter of recommendation, your statement of purpose, your maybe intention write-ups, and GRE, GMAT if those standardized exams are recommended. Those are different factors that admission committees consider in order to give you admission, not just your GPA. And I would like to mention that low GPA are basically between 2.0 and 3.0. So if you find yourself within this window, that's what US universities see as low GPA. And there are different tips if you are within this category, there are different things I would like you to pay so much attention to if you are within this window, so you'll be able to secure admission and also scholarship or graduate funding within these universities. Some of these tips include: 1, making sure that you submit a strong letter of recommendation. Letter of recommendation is one of the most important document admission committee look at to give you admission. You may have a low GPA, but once your recommenders strongly recommend you, attest to your skills, attest to your work ethic, attest to your aspiration, attest to the level of knowledge you have shown, in as much as your bachelor's, your undergraduate result, you didn't really do great, but you have grown and you have acquired much knowledge and experience since then. Once your recommenders are able to attest to your growth of knowledge, skill acquisition, they will be able to grant you the admission and even any graduate funding available within that school. Another tip is you developing and packaging a compelling, impressive resume. This is a very important factor. People think that resume is just you writing whatever you did over the years. No, you may have done so many things over the years, but your resume you are using for your graduate application should contain relevant work experience and relevant skills. You should not put everything you have done. However, if everything you have done are relevant to the course of study you are applying to, you are welcome to add them all. But once you have done several things, but some of them are the ones relevant to the course of study you are applying to, those are the things you need to put on your resume, and then highlighting your achievement, what you have done, the skills that are relevant to that course of study that you have acquired during the course of your work experience. You need to highlight those things in your resume. And your resume should show progressive career work. You don't just start maybe as a junior staff in a particular company and you are not progressing in your career ladder, or maybe you are not even maybe changing company or changing a particular job or getting a higher position. There should be a progression in your work experience. For example, if you studied biochemistry in your undergrad, and in your resume, we should see, for example, when you did your internship while you were in your undergrad. Maybe if you did an undergraduate research, we need to see that. If after you graduate, where are you working? Are you in a biochemistry field? Are you in the teaching field? What field are you actually in? And that field has to be relevant to the course of study you are applying to. If you studied biochemistry and maybe you have been working in the business field, and you are applying for a master's in biochemistry, the question you need to ask yourself: do you have any work experience in that biochemistry field, or biochemistry related field, or biology related field? If you don't, I would advise that you apply to the field where you are in. If you have worked for 5 years or 10 years, you should apply to that area that you have been working in for over 5 years or 10 years. That shows a progression. Even though your bachelor's is in science, but you have been in the business field for over 5 years or 10 years, you should apply to the business field, that shows that you have experience, you have knowledge, you have skills, you have developed skills. Okay? And if that in your resume, you have to show that progression. Everybody wants to see that you are progressing. If you just finished your undergrad, it is okay for us to, maybe you may not have had much work experience. Then having your internship, volunteer work, community service, undergraduate research work, or even whatever you are doing immediately you graduate. Make sure that you put everything, articulate your points. Make sure you are showing your achievement, highlighting skills that shows that you can actually do that master's program or PhD program you're applying to. The third factor that admission committee focus on if you have a low GPA is your statement of purpose. Remember, statement of purpose or personal statement tells the admission committee who you are. They don't know you. They don't have a picture of you. They've never met you. But your statement of purpose, you actually tell them who you are, and you want to write a statement of purpose that will leave a footprint in the memory of the reviewer. That should be your goal. Okay? That is very, very important. Your statement of purpose should be intriguing, very intriguing. Admission committee wants to see that. They want to see what you have done. They want to know who you are, what have you done, what skill have you acquired, what is your aspiration, what would you offer, what do you bring to the table, what are you bringing to their university community. They want to see that. You have to articulate that, all of that in your statement of purpose. These three documents are very, very important. In addition to your transcript, which shows your academic record, that is also a document required for your admission. So that should be submitted. And any other document. Some programs may require what is called writing samples. Your writing sample could be your undergraduate dissertation, undergraduate thesis or project work. Your writing sample could be a publication. Your writing sample could be an article. Your writing sample could be anything you have written, that have been published. You can add that as a writing sample. They want to know if you can actually articulate and write well. That's all they need to know. So that's why some programs will ask you for a writing sample. So make sure that you submit all of this. And as we progress, I will show you right now different schools. If you are still looking for schools that will admit you because your GPA is below 3.0, there are different schools in the US that actually admit students with low GPA. And let's dive right in for me to show you different schools that you can actually apply to right now if you want to relocate to the US 2024. I will show you different schools you can apply to right now. And once you apply and package your documents strongly, you need to package a strong application document. Once you have that, you'll be able to secure admission. Follow me, let's dive right in. So one of the schools that we talked about that accepts low GPA, when I mean low GPA, between 2.0 and 3.0. If your GPA is within this range, you may want to apply to Dakota State University because the university actually accepts students who have 2.0 GPA, between 2.0 GPA and 3.0. So you may want to explore this school to see if they actually offer the course that you want to apply to. So you can see where it's written that graduate admissions, you having a 2.0 GPA and you want to do a master's or a PhD, so you can explore this school to see if they are offering the course that you want to study. As I always mention, whenever you open a school, always go and see what courses do they offer the course that you want to do. So first of all, make sure you explore that and identify the course that you want to do. The next thing you have to check is the application materials. Check if the school, all the application materials the school need from you, to see if you have all that is required from you. For example, for those who don't want to do standardized test exams, if the program you're applying to requires that you have to submit that, then you have to check for another program or check for another school if you don't want to write those standardized exams. So make sure you have all the requirements. Then obviously we've already identified that if you have a 2.0 GPA, you can look for courses in this school and apply. Okay, so these are graduate program. You can explore that. I don't want us to go into details. I just wanted to show you guys different schools that accept low GPA. Okay, so but go through this step I have mentioned so you can identify all the factors that you need to check before you start your application. Okay, the second another school we'll be looking at, um, California State University. So this school also accept a GPA below 3.0. Let's see. Um, okay, if you are considered a graduate applicant and you hold a bachelor's degree and you want to continue your master's, okay, you can look into this school because the school accepts GPA below 3.0. So you can check, you can check your admission eligibility. So we can see that the general university minimum admission requirement is you having a bachelor's degree. So you must obtain your transcript and bachelor's degree and then be in good standing at least in the 2 semesters of the 2 last semesters of your undergraduate program. And then you have a GPA of at least 2.5. So this school is accepting a GPA of 2.5. So if you have a 2.5 GPA, you can apply to this school and you can explore to see different graduate programs, master's or doctoral programs that this school offer. If they offer the program that you want, then thumbs up. You should apply to this school. That is to tell you that having a low GPA is not a death sentence. You can actually pursue your graduate program, pursue your study abroad dream if you have a low GPA. It is not a death sentence. There are so many schools in the US that accept students with low GPA. Then let me show you another school, and I will list every other school in the description below so you can explore as many schools as possible to. So the next school is Northeastern University. So when you open Northeastern Illinois University, when you open a school, make sure that the school offer your course. Then you go to the program to see if they offer any of your. Okay, we are looking at masters, graduate program. So this will help filter all of the courses that they offer that is in their master's program. So you check if your courses, if they offer any of your course here, right? And once you identify that, the next thing is for you to check the admission requirements. Do you meet the admission requirement for this school? Okay, so where you should be looking at is graduate, because you're a graduate student. Check the admission requirement. Do you have everything that is required? Here you can see that an applicant's undergraduate academic record must reflect an overall grade point average of 2.7. So here they require a 2.7. So if you have a GPA below 3, I would suggest that you apply to this school. And also another thing required is your college transcript. Make sure that you evaluate your transcript if you are as an international student with ECE or World Education Service, WES. Then you need your statement of purpose or intention, letters of recommendation, and they have an application fee of $30. So this is really one of the schools that accept low application fees. And I believe as an international student, you think about trying to save cost and maximize what you already have to get what you need. These schools with low application fee is also something you need to put into consideration. Then these are actually for those who are permanent residents, so these are not for you. But once you are within this GPA below 3.0 and 2.7, college transcript, your statement of purpose, your letter of recommendation, and then you pay your application fee, you are good to go. You should be admitted into the school if you package your application well. And as I noted, apply to a course that that is related to what you are doing currently or what your course of study is. So you have a 99% chance of being admitted into this school. I will leave in the in the box different other schools that accept students with GPA below. Schools also offer what we call conditional admission if you have a GPA below 3.0. Even though they didn't mention it in their website, but they mention that they give conditional admission. Students who have GPA below 3.0 are those students that they give conditional admission. And that means giving you a conditional admission doesn't mean that you are not the same as every other person that was admitted. The only difference is like when you get admitted and you enroll into the courses, you will be required to take 1 or 2 undergraduate courses to make up for that low GPA which you have. So just have that in mind. It's nothing, so serious. And we leave as many schools as possible that accept low GPA. So you have access to these schools. 2024 shouldn't pass you by. Apply to these schools. Utilize every resources that you have. Send us an email if you are struggling or you don't know how to, continue with your application, and we'll be right here to help you out. Let me know if you have any question. Send your question in the comments below. Like and share with your network, and I will see you guys in my next informative video. I know you guys really enjoyed this video today, and if you know that this video was so informative for you, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to my channel. This is for you to support what we are doing, spreading the information, and share this with your network with anyone whom you know that is interested in studying abroad or maybe doesn't know where to start. You can DM me or send me an email. We can help you get started or kickstart your application process. Okay? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification, and click the like button if this is very informative for you. I will see you guys in my next video.